Hey guys, welcome back to the Combat Corner. My name is Jackson,
I'm Kobe.
and today we don't have a hell of a lot to talk about. There's not really much coming up this weekend. We do have a PFL event, but I mean, not really our forte. But instead, we've kind of put together a bunch of fights that we would like to see happen.
Special event.
Yeah, a bit of a special event, something different. Some fights together that we want to see, and kind of constructed our own little card.
There's a little bit other news as well, which we will get into later. And there is some interesting news about the PFL that we can discuss.
On point. Don't get us wrong. There is some real stuff happening out there.
There is.
But yeah,
Kim Kardashian had a kid.
Yeah.
Had a baby.
With Francis Ngannou.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just keep mentioning that as much as we can.
Yeah, we will.
Either way, this is dragging on.
Should we get into the video?
Yeah, I think we should. The beer we're having today is a Max Hazy Showboat.
It is. He's not lying.
So yeah, I think let's crack into it.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Combat Corner.
Wow, that was a crazy sound that it made.
Yeah, it was a very, very loud cracking. I want to give a quick shout out to Jamie for recommending this beer. Max Hazy Showboat, New England IPA.
Is he paying us for that shout out?
5.2%. Yeah, of course he will be.
Good.
Yeah. Good. He pays a lot of money to get his name on this show.
I would do
Jameski.
Anyone who wants a shout out to our now 55 subscribers, actually. I did want to mention that actually because we gained around 10 subscribers in the last week. So thank you guys. I don't know that any of those people will be watching, but
Big ups
to you, random people from Indonesia,
wherever they're from.
Wherever you're from,
we'll take it.
Honestly, we'll take it. Any subscribe. Right, that's it for the video. Catch you guys later.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Getting into it. Getting into it.
Yeah, what should we get into?
Well, first of all, what were your initial thoughts on the beer?
Lovely.
It's quite good.
Yeah, it's very hoppy.
It's quite hoppy.
Nice little design on the can. Oh yeah, it's hopping up and down there. Lovely looking parrot going on here.
It is quite a cool parrot.
A lot of colour. What we like.
It's a coloured can.
Like I think I mentioned this already. 5.2% alcohol. It is. Yeah, it's quite nice.
Yeah,
but
it's pretty good. Jack, just a reminder, you need to give us some of your homebrew for next episode.
Yeah.
Just a reminder to not forget this time, you bastard.
Actually, that's next week, isn't it?
Maybe not next week, but could be the week after. Maybe next week.
Crate Day's next week. Though,
Crate Day is next week. Should we explain Crate Day for people who might not know about Crate Day? It's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Don't worry, there'll still be a podcast.
Radio station?
It was The Rock in 2009.
2009. Wow, you really do know the story behind it.
I looked it up the other day.
Oh, okay.
So I was interested. Crate Day is a New Zealand tradition. Obviously, most of our fans are from New Zealand, but anyone who isn't and you're interested, Crate Day is this tradition we have where on the first Saturday of every December, you're supposed to buy a crate full of big bottles of lager, and to follow the tradition, you're supposed to get the beer that's closest to your hometown. So technically, we should be drinking Spates, but There's a few options. But here in Canterbury, Spates is the one that we're supposed to drink. And basically, you've got to drink one of these big bottles every hour. Pride of the South, mate. You got to drink one of the bottles every hour from 12 until midnight. 12 hours, you got to drink. It's some 36 standard drinks or something. It's quite insane.
Yeah, it's a big effort. It's a bit of a punt.
Have you ever done a crate, Jackson?
I haven't, no, to be quite honest. I tried to get the equivalent in cider one year. But yeah, no, I've never run a whole crate. I don't think I will either.
I'm not gonna this year. I'm gonna get Canadian clubs. The sugar-free ones, the 18 box.
I think I'm gonna be driving to a few different places. So
you're gonna be driving and drinking a crate, mate?
Yeah, I won't have a whole crate.
Yeah, probably not if you're driving.
No, I will probably not be drinking, is what I was saying.
Fair enough.
In large quantities.
No, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yes.
If anyone wants to partake in Crate Day, let me know and I'll hook you up with
we
the
can have
crate.
a subscriber special.
Yeah, subscribe. Should we
Kobe's
stream
house.
it? Yeah. I'm
Subscriber
actually
special.
I've got a plan because I'll be hosting a wee shindig at mine. I'm gonna set up that GoPro in the corner and just record the whole event.
Right.
And then I'll do a time lapse of it, and then I might be able to like pick out some funny moments. Well, that'd be a cool little thing.
Maybe.
Worth a shot,
I'm
eh?
just
Worth
spying
a
on
shot, eh?
everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I'll get them to
fair
sign
enough.
a waiver first. And I'll probably get my cock out. No, I'm not going to
As
do
you
that.
normally do.
I won't do. I never do that.
You do that every crate
When
day.
have I ever done that?
Every crate day.
Okay,
I've seen your penis every single crate day.
Yeah, sure. Look,
You're always like, hey, come behind the garage. I need
then I'm
to
like,
show you something.
"Nah."
And then you always flash me.
I've never flashed Jackson. He wishes. He wishes. Wishes. You know what? Let's probably maybe start talking about some MMA. Or should we just talk about Kim K?
No, we could just keep talking about you flashing people behind
Okay.
different buildings.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yeah.
We
We can talk
do
about some
do that.
MMA. I think that would work.
What's to talk about? What's hot?
Should we get into what's hot?
What's hot on today?
Should we get into some news first and then go into our card that we've built?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah. Should we
Let's get into the real stuffs first, and then we can go into the stuff that we've
the
fabricated
special
later.
edition?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
special edition. Just to keep people, on the edge of their seats.
Yeah.
We don't want to go giving away all our secrets.
We
from
don't.
the get go.
And honestly, this could be a semi-common occurrence when there isn't a card coming up and there's not really too much happening.
Mm.
We might get a little bit creative,
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just do this every time.
Yeah.
It's a great idea that you came up with. Thank you, Jackson.
Nah, you're all right. It's just one of those little things I came up with. It was in my little notebook.
In your DNA.
It's in my DNA.
Is it in your notebook? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Pardon me. But okay, let's get into the news. Unfortunately, Dan Hooker, one of our favorite fighters from New Zealand, he got injured.
No.
It's a shame. It's a big shame. Dan, heal up, mate.
Take your time.
Take your time. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, the fight itself, Bobby Green, Dan Hooker, it needs to still happen at some point.
I
That
agree.
is a dream fight for me. Like, I love both those guys. I love both their styles. I love what they bring to the cage every single time that they step into it. And yeah, I just think Dan Hooker didn't give himself time to heal up.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it wasn't all that long since he fought Jalen Turner and had that nasty wrist break, I think it was. And then he posted something up on his Instagram this week showing that he's been doing some hard sparring and it's broken in the exact same spot.
Mm.
So
It's just kind of not healed.
No.
And I mean, for anyone, for this to happen to anyone, it's the least surprising that it's happened to Dan Hooker because
Yeah.
he is an animal.
He is an
like-
animal.
Dan is built different, and I'm not surprised that he broke his arm and went back to training maybe a little bit too early because
Yeah.
he's a crazy man
Yeah.
in all the best ways.
It surprised me more that he pulled out of the fight.
Yeah.
It's
I
just-
thought he would have just not.
yeah, surely you just, if anyone's going to do it, probably Dan Hooker.
Danny.
Fight with a broken arm.
Yeah.
Fake it.
It's a shame. It is a real big shame, but he'll rest up. He'll be back, and like you say, it's got to happen. This fight,
Yeah,
it's a bit of a dream fight.
it is.
It's a really, really good matchup.
And they're both at I don't want to they're
It's
not
twilight.
they're both at similar points in their careers,
Yeah.
They've both done, I think, their most impressive stuff in the sport, but lately in the last couple of years, they've both made a bit more of a name for themselves. They've had some exciting performances, and they are still looking like threatening guys, at the point in the division that they're in, which,
Yep.
they're around the 10, 11 mark in the rankings, both of them, I think.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. So there is a chance for one of these guys to still make one last little run to the top.
Yep. No, absolutely.
So yeah, pinning them up against each other was it's going to be so good. It's going to be such a great fight.
Yeah. Honestly, it was. I was super hyped. Next weekend it was supposed to be, and like you say, they've kind of done their best stuff, but they're not going to be title challenges. It's very unlikely that they're going to get a title in their. There's going to be a title in their picture, but they're in a twilight of their career.
And they're still mixing it up with the best.
Yeah, exactly. Like, especially Bobby Green. He's had this is the best point of his career. Like
Yeah.
he's really
Just coming
gone
off that
in.
one against Ferguson.
Yeah, the
Submission.
Ferguson one, and then he got that first round knockout against Dawson, Grant
Yep.
Dawson. That was super impressive. He's violent, powerful,
That's some good
a
fights.
little bit crazy in the head.
He is a little
in a
bit
good
crazy in
way.
the head, but I think you've got to have that to be a
You do.
successful fighter nowadays. And I mean, they've both recently fought Islam Makhachev.
Yep, and they're
Um,
both kind of the exact same thing kind of
Yeah.
happened to them.
Yeah.
Not
So-
surprising.
No, but yeah, they are both really stylistically. It's a fun matchup. So
Yeah, it is.
I'm disappointed. Jalen Turner stepping up to now take the bag.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one person loses the opportunity, unfortunately, due to injury. Another person gets an opportunity to, turn his luck around because obviously it was a razor close fight against
Oh my
Hooker. That
God.
was a war.
Potential fight of the year.
Yeah, honestly.
For me, I would say it is my fight of
Probably
the
is right now, yeah. Can't think of anything else.
Year. It'd be my- might be for- I'm gonna say it's my fight of the year. So far.
So far.
We've still got a month left of
Of year.
little bitchy bobs.
We do. We've got a few more fight nights. I actually think there's only like 3 left.
Not very much.
Not many.
Not many, if any.
Not many. If
Shout
any.
out to Scribe.
Not many, if any. Is that him?
Yeah.
But no, Jalen Turner versus versus Bobby Green. That will be a very good fight. 2 dangerous guys with knockout power, with flair, both out there to scrap in style, tough, durable.
Yeah.
That
They're both
is
there to
gonna be
put
a
on a
good
show.
fight.
Yeah.
What are your early predictions for that? Obviously, we'll be breaking that down later, but what would be your early predictions for that,
I've got to go with my guy.
Bobby?
Go with
Bobbeth?
King. Bobby King Green.
The king, the one.
He's
and
just had
only.
more time to prepare. And like I say, I think he's looking quite good. Like Tony Ferguson obviously isn't in the best part of his career, but
Say that
coming off a
again.
win, like he didn't look too bad. They had a pretty decent
He
scrap.
looked good in the first round. Tony definitely did. Yeah, for sure.
So I think Bobby Green,
And beating Dawson in the first round like that is super impressive.
he's got like the coolest head movement going
Yeah.
on, bro. Like he's so swift with the way that he moves. It's a really exciting guy to watch.
It is.
So it is going to be a shame when he eventually retires.
It will.
It won't. Like it's. I see him fighting on a little while, but yeah, it's not going to be too long until he
Hangs
kind
up
of
the gloves
tapers off. Yeah,
and puts on the boots.
yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna go the other way. I think Jalen Turner's gonna take this one, and I think he's gonna get a finish in the first round. I really do. I think Turner's probably fired up after his last performance. Obviously, he did well early, and then he kind of gassed, and Hooker was able to really turn it on. But I think that Jalen should have won that fight. Like, I think Dan deserved to get the decision,
Mhm.
but Turner should have won that. I think
Yeah.
he is the more technically gifted fighter, and if he just stuck to a game plan and didn't,
Didn't fight Hooker at his own game.
yeah, exactly. 100%.
Man, that freeze frame of Hooker just eating that head kick.
Yeah.
It's incredible, man. Like
I know. And if he'd just been kind of okay, like, right, I'm going to win this, but I'm going to have to win it by decision. I'm not putting him away. If I try to put him away, I might gas. And, that's what happened. He's 6'3", for God's sake.
huge,
At like,
man. Yeah,
Dang.
it's nuts. It's taller than me, and
yeah.
I'm like
And it's not like he's small. Like, he's quite big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. I've seen him next to Hamza, and like, because they I think they do some
When
work
did you see
together.
that?
Just hang out with those guys sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like
Yeah,
the same
fair
height,
enough.
and like build wise, they're like the same. It's kind of odd.
Invite me around next time. So
Well,
I haven't met these guys.
These
so-
guys are kind of just like my friend. I don't know if you
Yeah,
gel
no.
with these. These are like different kind of.
No, I get it. Like I do have a bit of a different personality, so I understand when people.
I don't think you and Hamzat would get along.
that's fair.
I really don't. I just think that him being more like calm and relaxed, and you
Yeah.
being more like kill everybody, smash everybody.
Yeah, that's me.
It's
That's me.
yeah, that's you, and he's just more like sitting in a chair doing a podcast kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll introduce you at some point for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Did you just not?
Maybe. No. I didn't. Anyway, We've got some more news.
That can be the thumbnail.
We've got some more news.
We've got some more news.
More news.
Some news.
A bit of a funny video that's kind of piqued our interest from the MMA guru. Another respected MMA journalist, you know, like ourselves. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Like ourselves, respected MMA journalists like ourselves, having a bit of a problem with Ian Garry.
Machado.
There's a lot to unpack here.
There is quite a bit to unpack. It's been circulating this week. There's some interesting stuff, and we did have a bit of a dig just to kind of confirm. And
a bit of a dig.
I think we confirmed what the truth is.
Yeah.
By reading one article for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We know
the truth from a trusted source.
Come back.
What was our trusted source?
Whatever this is.
What is this place?
Firstsports.com. I'll share the article that we've been looking
First
at.
Sports. So none of this, no second sports, no third. We get our sources right from the top.
Directly from the source, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the video in question with MMA Guru. Shout out MMA Guru. He basically is, I think he got called out by Gary. Gary kind of called him out first. So he comes back and he absolutely, if what he's saying is true.
Fat wanker with a beard.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
He's an interesting
He didn't say MMA guru, but he
fat
said
wanker with a beard.
fat wanker with a beard.
And like, look, MMA Guru, have you watched many of his videos? He's
I
big
think so.
in the Twitter kind of space. He's quite big. People respect
Oh yeah,
him.
I see him come up on Twitter all the time.
He seems to be pretty popular. He's doing well for himself, and some of his takes are pretty good. But I don't know, like, how are you supposed to sit there and make videos? I don't know if he trains or anything, but like Ian, yeah, he's a bit of a loudmouth, this and that. But like,
yeah,
it's just weird watching a YouTuber like talk about fighters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like dig at them. It's just there's something there. Like
like
we
get
joke
upset.
about,
Yeah.
but
Like
it's, you know,
if you're like if someone were to come at us,
Yeah.
like not that they would because no one's heard of us, but if they were to come at us, it would be kind of like you'd look at them and you'd be like, well, this guy is a professional fighter.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I'm not gonna. I would kind of just take it on the chin a little bit more and ride with it and be like, yeah, I am that fat wanker with a beard.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, look,
And
that's
kind
what
of,
I am.
Kind of jump on that and ride that kind of wave instead
Make a
of
joke out
coming
of
back and being like, I'm actually a big guy.
Yeah.
I'm not actually fat. People think that I'm fat, but I'm not actually. You guys are gonna see. I'm a big guy, and
I'm a black belt.
yeah,
I'm actually a champion.
like Ian Garry. Realistically, not that he probably has even seen this video, but would look at that and go, "Sick." Like, okay, I would
Yeah.
still.
I'm in the
knock
UFC.
the shit out of
Yeah.
you.
It's like a dick measuring contest between a Nigerian and a Japanese man. Basically, it's just not a good idea to even try it. You know,
It's a
like,
bad matchup.
yeah, it is. It's like Max Holloway comparing against Ngannou. You know,
Yeah. Okay.
have you seen that video of Holloway when Gaethje's like holding the towel for him
Oh yeah.
when he's weighing
yeah.
in, and he just like lifts it, and Max is like, "What the fuck, man? What are you doing?" And Gaethje just like looks at him, "Oh shit, what have I done?"
Yeah. No, I have seen that.
But yeah, it's just silly. Like, just have a laugh. You're an MMA commentator. Like you say, if someone came at us, but like they wouldn't because we're not talking shit about people.
Yeah.
Like ever. Really.
And then the other thing too, if someone did come at us, we wouldn't start unpacking their relationship with their
Yeah.
like their wife.
Yeah,
And-
exactly.
And then like I know way too much about this situation now.
It's because the beef, the drama. the
So
gossip,
yeah,
it's
this
good.
article
It's
that we've been
juicy,
reading. So
juicy.
Ian Garry supposedly lives with his wife, who is significantly older than him.
That's
I think
that's
about
pretty
about
normal.
15 years.
Oh, that's a bit
very
interesting.
normal.
The
Yeah.
age thing.
And her ex-husband
That's strange.
also lives with them and is Ian Garry's nutritionalist.
Ah,
Yeah.
right.
So that he kind of unpacks that for about 18 minutes and just goes into the dynamics behind that whole relationship, which to be fair is none of his business, nor is it ours, but you guys are listening. So
That's the yeah, exactly.
I mean, people are still interested in it, aren't they?
Obviously it's getting attention, but I'm of the opinion, right, of yes, maybe it's a bit traditionally odd, and it is. And
There's
maybe
a
I
lot
don't
of
agree with shit like
traditionally
that, right?
Yeah.
But
Come on.
looking at it, it's Ian's choice. If he's happy, whatever, let him do whatever he wants. Like,
Yeah.
why is it your business? Critique his fighting style and
Yeah.
like anything to do with the fight game. Leave family out of it. It's like, why? What's the point?
Unless you're
It's just petty.
booked to fight the guy, which I'm sorry, but like
He's
I
not
know
fighting him.
you say you're not. I know you say you're not that fat, but mate, you're not making welterweight.
I want to know how like short or tall he is.
You're not making 170.
Got
Oh, he's a
good
big
hairline,
guy.
healthy hairline.
He's got a very healthy hairline.
Maybe we should
can't
invite him
talk
on the
on
show for a debate, even though he's obviously never going to do that because he probably thinks we're shit. He probably has a lot. See, if he learned that even like we were talking about him, he'd probably do an 18-minute video unpacking.
No, he wouldn't. Imagine how. Oh, I hope he does.
I love it. That'd be
He has
great.
So much tension.
Please, MMA Guru, let's talk more shit about it.
Yeah.
No, honestly,
I'm actually a big guy, MMA Guru. I know you think I'm just. Yeah. When Ian Garry was talking about that, you got all upset thinking it was you. It was me. I'm the fat wanker.
he's the big guy
with
with
a beard.
the beard.
Yeah. I'm the fat wanker with a beard over here.
Yeah, because he said that fat wanker with the beard and his little sidekick.
Yeah.
No facial
I'm
hair.
the toughest fight. This guy TKOs people. I knock them out cold.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah. It's just petty, weird, like little gossip drama. And I mean, in some way, shape, or form, MMA Guru is probably doing this because the attention that it's going to garner, right? Making a video about this, he knows I get beef with Ian Garry going, this is going to grow my channel. And fair play.
I mean, he's got us talking about it.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
probably what he wanted.
Yeah. And
Combat Corner's talking about it. You know you've done something right.
you know you've done something well. But like, I don't know, man. It's a weird situation. I don't really care. I just want to see Ian Garry get knocked out because I love Leon and I really want Leon to knock him out.
Yeah? Do you think he'll
I don't love Leon. I'm not.
So he's fighting. Who's he booked against?
Ian is booked against Vicente Luque.
No, Luque. Wonder Boy's fighting Shavkat. Yeah. So if he gets that fight done, we've talked about how don't we see him having one more before?
One more, yeah, for sure. Yeah, one more.
Um,
Who did we? Oh, we said the winner of Shavkat and Wonder Boy, and then the winner of that should fight for the belt, that's probably
reasonable.
yeah.
So it's likely to be Gary versus Shavkat.
Yeah,
in my-
I'd say so. It's going to be tough for Wonder Boy to get through him. That's coming up next weekend. Not on that card, right?
It is.
Yeah.
The other thing though that is potentially there and we don't want to post too much, but we have noticed that Gilbert Burns isn't booked at the moment, so
We have.
he is another top contender that one of those guys could go up against as a title eliminator. But we'll take that off the table now. Because
We've got some interesting
we've
news.
got some news for Gilbert Burns.
Anything else like relevant news-wise that you wanted to drop in? Anything more about the whole Ian Garry situation? We like talking about him. We've talked about him quite a bit.
Yeah, no. Well, he's been chatty. He's been popping in and out of the news the last couple of months, so
Yeah.
it has been interesting to keep an eye on him. And none of it really been good stuff
No.
so far.
So
So far he's been kicked out of a gym.
Mm.
For whatever reason. I mean, there's been so much speculation around what that was for, but he's come out and said that it's just because that they are potentially going to be competing against each other, which I just think is a load of shit. But
Yeah, it's probably
like, that's
probably
a good
part of the
reason.
reason.
Yeah, that would be part of the reason. But if I was trying to get rid of someone out of my gym because they're a wank, then I'd probably say that.
You'd use the same excuse. Yeah.
Sorry.
I actually watched a video that someone broke down his like whole career and why people don't really like him. And yeah, they mentioned that he got kicked out of his. The coach dropped him like a couple days before or a very short while before his title victory in Cage Warriors because I just don't think they really agreed with how he did things. And it just seems like that's a common theme. People meet him, they do shit with him. He talks a bit too much. They're kind of like, this guy's annoying. Let's just move on.
Yeah.
But like, he's a great fighter. Great skills.
Oh my god, I love watching him fight.
Yeah.
That's great. It's just it's interesting.
He knows what he's doing.
Seems like someone's pulling the strings.
Yeah. Maybe the voice husband.
Anyway. Well, he's pulling some strings, that's for
He's
sure.
pulling a string. Maybe his own.
Or he's getting his own string pulled by us.
I think he's pulling his own string while his wife's pulling someone else's string. There's a lot of string pulling going on.
Ian Garry.
Ian the string puller.
Whoa.
Let's move on, before we go too deep into this. Hey, just a disclaimer. We can talk as much shit as we want, but we're in New Zealand, so, doesn't really matter, does it?
If you're going to show, if we talk enough shit to get someone interested and they show up here in New Zealand,
fair play, beat me the fuck up.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. But,
hey,
just keep that in mind. Like, we're not coming to you.
We're not.
We're pretty broke.
Meet me at Titan Training Ground.
Yeah.
And
there we go.
And you can fight my coach. And you'll probably lose because he's a beast. Well, maybe not because Ian is big in the UFC. Anyway, moving on. Let's get into our card, Let's get into our... So, as Jackson mentioned earlier, he had the wonderful idea of creating a card of people who aren't booked. It's not going to be like UFC 300 because we've kind of already done that, and I don't know, just don't...
Yeah, we had a rough prediction.
We did.
I mean, I may have taken the piss a little bit, but...
A little bit.
Memory, I wasn't in the best place.
You're a bit fucked.
But, yeah. What
we're
have we
going to
got
say
here?
301.
Yeah, UFC 301.
So they're going to want to come out of 300, which is going to be a huge card, with a very good card,
Yep.
Settle back into normality. And we've designed what we think is the best card right now of people who are not booked, who maybe need a little bit longer than UFC 300. And
we're just hoping that they don't get booked.
Yeah, basically.
On 300.
Imagine this happens. This exact card happens.
This exact card happens, then I think we would get hired.
Yeah,
in
for
some facility.
This is a good card, man.
It is a good card.
I want to get these guys hyped. This is a really good card.
Mm-hmm.
This is something special.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's one that has been made by the fans for the fans, really, isn't it? It's fights that people want to see, which isn't always the fights that we get. Like we've talked about many times, a lot of the times the fights that we get are to get pawns into different places and kind of shift people around and do this, that, and whatever. But every now and then, fight comes out of the woodwork, and it's just, ooh, who's that? What's he?
I know what you mean.
He's fighting.
Saying that though,
what?
This
They're
card
fighting for what belt?
The
bump?
The bump. But no, like saying that, this card holds a lot of weight though. Like some of the fighters that
there is only one
heavyweight
heavyweight fight on it.
There is. So, but still a lot of guys there. Imagine them all on one scale.
Oh yeah.
Just saying. No, but there's a lot of potential stuff that could happen from this card. It's all leading to something. We're playing matchmaker and we're thinking about the future, Dana. So give us a job. Do you want to kick into it?
Oh,
what are you thinking?
I'd love to. So first of all, we've got a bit of a test for someone. But I'm gonna have to announce the red corner first because that's the way that they do it. So Edson Barboza kicking things off, against Diego Lopez, a guy that we have talked about a little bit on the show before. Shout out to Dylan.
Shout out Dylan.
He'd be loving this.
We know that he doesn't watch it now because he never mentioned that.
But yeah, shout out Dylan.
Yeah, cheers Dylan.
Shout out Dylan.
Cheers Dylan.
Yeah. Anyway, so Diego Lopez versus Edson Barboza, someone that we really want to see move into those higher echelons of the division. Diego Lopez, I should specify. And Edson Barboza is the perfect fight to push him up there.
I think so. Moving on. So yeah, I honestly, yeah, like the logic behind this would be, Edson said at 11, he's maybe not in the peak of his career, but he's still got a lot of gas left in the tank. He's very dangerous on the feet, obviously.
He's got really nice legs.
He does. Beautiful legs. His calves. Oh.
Edson, he's a very dangerous guy on the feet.
He is.
So he's got some great striking techniques, especially with those leg kicks, and then eventually switching those leg kicks up to then go to the body or
to the head.
To the head. So he's a very dangerous kickboxer. But also isn't too bad on the ground. Like
he's got good takedown defense.
Yeah, he's well versed in getting back to his feet as well, I think.
Yeah, he is.
So it would be a good test for someone like Diego Lopez, who has proven that he can get people out of there quickly, and kind of doing it with ease. So someone like Edson would be a good test. He's been in there with the best of the best, for a very long time now. So to fight an up and coming hungry guy would be
fiery
fight.
He's kind of like a bit of a gatekeeper now.
Yeah.
Like, that's his position in the division.
Kind of like the top 10.
Yeah, top 10 gatekeeper because he's number 11. He's probably a bit old to mount another title push.
Yeah.
He's not retired yet, but he's probably on his last 2 or 3 fights. Diego Lopez is someone they want to build up. If he wins this fight, then he can definitely look at a top 7, top 5 kind of guy, you know. And then we're starting to lead into, you know, title contention at that point.
Yeah. And I like that because that's when they normally start to get a bit of momentum and they start to call for names, you know?
Yeah.
They don't start to call for numbers anymore. It's not, I want someone in the top 15. It's, I want so-and-so. I want this person.
Come on, McGregor, you're taking everything I work for, motherfucker.
Yeah.
In a Brazilian accent.
Yeah, that's right.
No, yeah, 100%. Great fight. And then we'll see if he can do what he's done to other guys against someone that good.
Yeah.
Because he's been steamrolling people in his last couple fights.
Yeah.
I don't think he can do that to Barboza. Like, what happens if he can't take him down? What if
it would be a real test of durability, I think, for Diego Lopez, and seeing
he's going to get hit for sure.
Yeah, he's going to get hit. He might not have luck from his first 1 or 2 attempts to finish this guy, you know, whether it be through TKO or knockout or submission. It's not going to happen just like that, like he's seen in other fights, because Edson has been in there, like I've said just before, with the best of the best. He's been tested, he's been hurt, and he's come back from those things to eventually be a victor in a lot of these cases, and had a very successful career.
He has. That's an exciting fight. Very, very much is. Yeah. Should we go next up?
Shall we go?
Should we get out?
Yeah, let's just get out of here.
I might head off. Honestly,
Yeah.
there's not much to talk about. See you guys. Might have a nap actually.
So Sergey Pavlovich versus Serial
Gaines.
Sergey Pavlovich versus Serial Gaines. Damn straight.
Sergey Pavlova versus serial killer.
Serial killer.
No, yeah. Sergey Pavlovich, number 1 contender against Cyril Gane, Sugar Cane. Great fight.
David Bain.
This would determine who's going to fight for the title next.
Yep.
Whether it's going to be a rematch. You know, these guys could even fight for the interim.
Yeah.
Against Tom.
No, you're right.
Make a double interim. Make another interim.
An interim.
Interim.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Interim.
We haven't really said much. This is a good fight. This is two really good strikers.
Just played around with their names for the last 2 minutes.
What are we talking about? No, this would be a sick fight, honestly. You've got the heavy hands of Pavlovich. You can put anyone out at any moment. You've got the technical striking and the loose footwork and head movement of Cyril Gane, who can pose their threat first and who can take control of this fight would be interesting. And then it really does set up for either a rematch against, what's his name? Tom Holland?
Tom
Aspinall. Or Gane versus Aspinall, which is a great fight. That would be an awesome fight.
Yeah. No, it would be. You're taking John Jones completely out of the picture here.
I am, because...
So you're just assuming that he is definitely retiring after the...
I think he is. I mean, we'll have to wait and see, right? But...
Yeah. I'm not saying anything. So, okay. Yeah, I like that. Well, the thing is Gane has just... His last fight was a loss
he did
to
lose.
John Jones for the undisputed heavyweight title. And Pavlovich, obviously, a couple of weeks ago, losing to Tom Aspinall for the interim heavyweight title. So both coming off title losses.
Yep.
And we're saying we want to see them up against each other to see who is the next contender. And I think the guy who loses that fight can be someone that you see, you know, still sitting around 4th or 5th in the rankings, who is going to fight the next up-and-coming guy. So
it's just a fun fight, really.
Yeah.
And it does determine a lot.
It opens up the heavyweight division with a little bit, I guess. For at least as much as you can, with having the belts locked up for now and not really knowing
what's going to happen.
What's happening with the top of that division.
It keeps it moving, and you know, it gives us a bit of an idea of you know, maybe who should be in for that title next after it's all figured out.
How is the landscape looking?
And it's just a good fight. 2 big guys, 2 strikers. You know, they're not going to take each other down. Someone's probably going to get finished.
Look, we have kind of seen another version of this before, Cyril Gane versus Derek Lewis, and it was a bit of a snore fest.
Exactly.
But Will he have learnt from that? I mean, we've seen Cyril now fight someone like Taito Ivasa, who you could say is, again, a bit of the same.
And
He's a
he
bit of
beat
a
him.
Derek Lewis, Sergey
He did
Pavlovich
dominate
guy.
Derek Lewis though, and he did finish him.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just like, you know, it wasn't exciting. He didn't kind of get in and engage like in full contact. Like there wasn't a risk factor to it. Like when you look at the Cyril Gane versus Taito Ivasa fight, holy
He
crap.
got clipped.
He got clipped. He was almost he was out at one point. And then he turned it around, came back, and
He just proved that he
really
was better.
wore him out. Yeah, he did. And we all knew that.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it was just a factor of, and it's the same factor now. If you get hit, you go out. You know, if you get hit clean by someone like Sergey Pavlovich or Taito Ivasa, you're out cold
for sure.
You're waking up and you're like, where am I? You know?
And he's another guy that, like, look, we know that Cyril is technically better. Like, he just is. Like, I think Cyril's the best technical striker in the division. But if he gets clipped, which he can be, you know, he's going to go to bed.
Yeah, you say that, like, that he is the best technical striker in the division, and that is why I want to see him versus Tom Aspinall.
Yeah, same. I think
It would
Tom would
answer so
mix
many
in the
questions.
wrestling.
Yeah, no, he would. Well, he'd have to.
Mm.
But it would also show how complete Tom's striking is
Yeah.
against someone as well versed, as Cyril Gane, who has just proven that they can dance around and look like they are fighting 2 weight classes below.
Both those guys though, they're both like they're both like welterweights. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, welterweights.
I'm going Walter.
You can go.
You go
wider.
middle. I'm going
Yeah.
welterweight. Welterweight.
Mm.
Should we move on again? Another really good fight we are predicting or posing to the UFC brass. Jack Della Maddalena versus Gilbert Burns. Now,
It's a big test. That is a big jumping competition for him, but
jumping competition.
it is.
Well, like jumping competition.
No,
Like
jump in competition.
Ah, right.
He's jumping from someone like Kevin Holland,
KH.
all the way up to Gilbert Burns.
Yeah.
You know?
No, it is a big jump. But I think he needs that, and I think he deserves that.
No, I think he deserves it too. Don't get me wrong. I'm
Mm.
not saying that he can't handle it. I'm not saying that he can't.
Like, he can
But-
handle himself.
He can. So, and Gilbert Burns is one of those guys that we've seen will take these fights against these up and coming guys. I mean, we saw it against Khamzat Chimaev when no one wanted to fight him. Not that this is the case now with Jack. I mean, I'm sure a few people would be willing to fight him. He hasn't really shown too much. Like he's very, very, very well versed in terms of boxing.
Talented
oh my God.
guy.
His boxing is phenomenal.
Mm.
But have we seen him tested in other areas? Not so much.
We've seen him do well on the ground. He's got a couple of submissions, but we've never seen him against someone who is as good as Gilbert Burns on the ground.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
A world champion jiu-jitsu.
Third degree black belt in jiu-jitsu. It's no, he's never faced that kind of ground prowess before. And setting him up against Burns, if he beats Burns, he's maybe only one fight away from
He's
a
right in
title.
there. Yeah.
Right in there. And then again, if Burns can win, that puts him back in the mix for let's maybe look at a title eliminator and try and get him back in if he still wants it like he used to. Yeah, I'd love to. That would be one of my favorite fights. Like we said, that's kind of an early shout for probably fight of the night. 2 durable guys with great hands, great power, and with great power comes great responsibility.
Yep.
So my cat's just entered the room.
Got a visitor.
Hello.
Yeah,
How you
I think
doing?
that's a good. I think that's a good breakdown.
Should we move to the next one again?
Yeah,
Should we
I
jump
think
in?
I'm going to take a quick little break.
Okay.
If we can, just because Jamie, if you're still listening, which you're not, it's a lovely beer, mate, and I think I
think?
want to get another one of these.
You really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we've got a little bit more to talk about, and I've run out.
You really like it, don't you?
And I
You're
wanna
going to be
keep-
shocked by
I
my
wanna- I
answer.
want to keep sipping away.
Okay.
Do you want another one?
Yeah. Bring. Get one through. All right, guys.
We'll
We'll
be
take a
right
break.
back.
We'll be right back.
Let's keep.
And we are back.
Yeah, I just want to quickly say that's the first time cracked a second one.
It is.
I mean, but I'm just enjoying it.
Jackson's an alcoholic, basically. As you can tell by last week's Saturday show, he's always hungover.
I'm not hungover at all today.
Yeah, that's
I'm
good.
feeling fresh.
I'm a little bit hungover.
My eyes are sore. Like people at home might not know this. Like my complexion on camera looks phenomenal. I know. I've been told. I've been complimented.
Have you actually?
I know. Like, yeah, people come up to me all the time in the street. They're like, "You're that Combat Corner guy.
I'll
You
take a
look
picture."
really good on camera." I'm like, I know. But what they don't understand is it's from these lights that we have pointed at us. We spent about $6,500 on lighting for our studio. As you can see, we've got a really top of the line setup.
Cost a lot.
So about $6,500 on lighting,
Yeah.
and mate, they're pretty strenuous on the eyes.
They are. They do the job. But I look quite pale, actually.
Yeah.
You look like yellow.
No,
Like
I've been told that I have phenomenal complexion.
phenomenal skin. I've been told that I've got a great fashion sense.
I put the lotion on. You wear a football top in every episode.
Exactly.
And
You're
people
looking
have
good today.
complimented you
Look,
on
you
it.
got the
Thank
yellow.
you.
It matches.
Do you know, how much would you say this shirt cost me?
$2
Fuck. Yeah, it's $2. It was $2.
for an op shop.
Thank you. Yeah. No, but I was stoked with this. I walked
It's
in
pretty cool.
and I saw it from across the room about, a good 25 meters away. And I was like, I'm going to pick out that yellow shirt. That's going to be me.
You sprinted over there and argued with the
I like bowled over at least 3 people who were, there
Old
with their
ladies.
families. Yeah, it was had to be done.
It did. No, it's a good shirt.
But I got a shirt and I got a
It's
story.
a nice little thing you got going on.
Got a shirt and a story.
And
I got a shirt and I
And
got
a
a story.
And when you get a story and a shirt, you can't really beat that. Should we get back into the fights?
Yeah.
So we talked about Burns, Della Maddalena. I just wanted to mention the backup fighter for that would be Kevin Holland, because why not?
Because he did lose. It wasn't a.
It was close, but the fight was a bit average.
It was a bit of a snooze fest. But I mean, that was the fight that we wanted to make, wasn't it? Until we kind of realized that Jack had just beat Kevin Holland.
Yep.
And it kind of makes more sense to give him a shot against someone in that top round. But that fight stylistically between Kevin Holland and Gilbert Burns, it gives you a bit of the
It does.
shakes
It gives
in a
you
way.
the tingles.
Really
does. That would be a crazy fight, but yeah, Jack deserves it, obviously, over.
He does. But Kevin has shown that when he turns it on, he is on.
He's good, man.
Like
When he's on, he's on.
Yeah.
When he's off, he's off. But he's usually on. Like, he's usually, all his fights are entertaining. He wants to go, he doesn't care about the belt. He wants to go in there and entertain.
And like we said last
He's
week,
funny.
he could easily be there, ranked number 6 right now.
Yeah, he could
You
if he just won.
If he just won his last 2 fights, which like that's
he'd
the
won-
thing. But he could have won his last 2 fights.
He could have done. Yeah.
Like you said against about Jalen Turner and his fight against Dan Hooker, he could have won that fight. Kevin Holland could have done the same thing. He could have taken Stephen Wonderboy Thompson down. That would have dealt with that. And we knew that he could have done that. Stephen knew that he could have done that. He still didn't do it
that he could have
because they had a handshake deal about it.
Yeah,
Speaking
they
of,
shook each other.
um,
But anyway, moving on.
yeah, moving on.
Cody versus Marab. Corey Sandhagen versus Marab Dvalishvili. What can you say it?
Kubi,
Kibi Bradashvili.
Marab Dvalishvili.
Dvalishvili. Poshvili.
Yeah.
Marab versus Corey. We think that this is a great title eliminator. Obviously, the belt is on the line in February.
Yeah.
March.
Look, let's be honest. Both of these guys, either of these guys,
They deserve a
they
shot.
deserve a shot at the belt over Cheeto.
They do. I don't, even if Corey wasn't injured, I still don't think it would have been given to him. It was always going to go to Cheeto.
Yeah.
And there is an interesting story there, don't get me wrong, but
Not really.
let's be honest.
I mean, Sean lost his fight.
Mm.
His only loss, because it was a loss.
It was
Like, I understand
fluky
what he's
loss.
saying.
It
I
is
understand
definitely
what
a
he's
fluky
saying.
loss.
But like, he was put in a position where he couldn't win.
Yeah.
That's a loss.
It is a loss.
Whether it's a fluke or not.
He did
It's a
lose.
loss.
You're right.
Okay?
Sorry, guys. It's a hangover
Whether or
coming
not
back.
I, knew that Rebus was going to get a 3rd round knockout last weekend or not. Either way, you understood it was your loss to take. I won the verdict picks. I was better last
But I
week.
kind of did win because I told you to put the XP on it.
Either
so that's
way.
my XP.
You're the one with the loss on your record, aren't you?
I'm a purple belt on that app.
You're the one walking around with...
What belt do you have?
Doesn't matter, I still won. Here's what I'm saying. Actually, I forgot what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know what you.
Who are we
actually
talking about?
Corey versus Marab. Yeah, what were you talking about?
No.
I actually have no idea where that came from. Corey versus Marab. You were talking about Sean losing.
Yeah, Sean losing to Cheeto Vera. It was a loss.
It was a loss.
Okay? I understand that his He says that his toe, Cheeto's toe, hit his perennial nerve.
Yeah, which is true.
Shutting off his leg. Therefore, he couldn't use his foot. Therefore, he was put to the ground and pounded out because he couldn't use his leg.
Pounded out.
Well, he was. It was a victory on the ground.
It was a victory on the ground.
So
right.
Have some ground skills.
Yeah, he did lose that fight. It was a weird one for sure, but he did lose. But that's why
I'm a big Sean O'Malley fan as well.
Right?
Don't get me wrong, but he lost the fight, and it's cringy every time in the octagon when he's standing there and Bruce Buffer's like holding a record of, whatever, and one loss, and Sean's like
when he does this,
like, what? He's like, whoa, zero. He like puts a zero. Yeah, I can do that. No, I actually can't. That looks weird. For people at home, Kobe's doing some strange reference to
look up Deli Alley eye face thing.
I think it's some satanic
Can you do it?
ritualist cult
if you can
of
do
sorts. I'm not trying that on a podcast where we talk about stuff. I'm not doing movements with my hands
That's
for
fine.
people to listen to on
Should we get back
Spotify.
to the actual fight? We're not even talking about this fight, are we? Title eliminator. Corey Sandhagen versus Merab Dvalishvili. As a title eliminator, whoever
5 rounds.
Yeah. Make it 5 rounds. Henry Cejudo will be the backup fighter. Not officially, but if one of them gets injured, chuck him in.
Mhm.
And have that as the title eliminator. Great fight. Styles clash here. Corey's much more of a technical striker. He obviously has Merab on the feet. But Merab's absolutely doggish
He's a dog.
takedown mentality. He is insane with those takedowns.
He's a dog.
He's going to take him down at some point, but we've seen Corey wrestle, and Corey is a really good wrestler. Obviously, that's how he won his fight against Rob Font.
Yeah.
And he's got some really good jiu-jitsu on the ground as well. So if he did get taken down,
does.
He does.
Yes.
And he's really improved since his
Really
loss to Sterling back in the day.
When he got choked out in a minute.
When he got chalked out.
In a
And
minute.
look, I think he beat
By the
TJ
back.
Dillashaw. I thought he beat TJ Dillashaw 3 rounds to 2, 4-1 maybe. It's a shame that he didn't get that win, in my opinion. That one against Jan, super close, but he did lose that. But super close, and I think he stepped in on very short notice for that.
Yeah. He's had some good fights, and he's shown that he does belong in that top.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He
Corey Sandhagen belongs in the top 5.
He does, and he'll always be there.
He should, he is at the point of his career now where he should be just on the verge constantly of fighting for a belt. That's where he belongs. Because, no matter who you put him up against in the top 5 or 6 or whatever, he's going to make it difficult for them.
Yeah, there's going to be a good chance he wins against anyone.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a coin toss with him and any of the guys in the top 5. And that is because the title's already booked, this seems like the obvious match to make, right? We want to know who's going to fight for the title next. Corey and Merab, it's one of those two.
Bantamweight is such an exciting division as
God,
well.
yeah, absolutely. Man.
Oh my gosh, I've said it so many times before, but
You've
I will
always
say
said
it again. Everyone in that top 10 could be one fight away from a belt, man.
100%.
And there's
100p.
no other division like
100p.
that right now. There isn't.
No, there isn't.
It's
Absolutely. No,
so
I agree.
dynamic. There's so many different styles. There's so many different
Yeah,
personalities.
you got a bunch of up-and-coming guys. There's always seems to be a new guy as well that's, this guy just came in and looks like an absolute world beater.
Yeah.
You got Nurmagomedov who's coming up, or everybody.
Yeah.
Joe
Thank
Rogan.
you, Joe Rogan.
You've got all these guys, and I really think that, there's a bunch of guys in there. It's tough. I can't believe Sean has the belt. That's insane. Like, it's a Shark Tank. And
King
he
of
got
the
the
little
belt.
men. Yes.
King of the little men. Your wife with your husband. So yeah, that would be a good fight. We talk some shit, man. We talk some apps. We just go on like little weird like things where we just keep talking.
Where do we go?
You know what I mean? Like we go on these little like. Look, we're doing it again
I'm
now.
going to sing some copyrighted music. I'm going to sing some copyrighted music on the podcast. I'm going to sing some copyrighted music on the podcast.
My name
Hey,
is
Spotify.
Skrillex.
Hey, YouTube. Copyright ban us. I dare you.
Let's move on. Holloway versus Gaethje.
The
BMF
main event.
belt, main event of our made-up card.
You
301.
said it first. You said it before saying the main event.
I'm sorry.
You announced the fight. You Ariel Hawani'd the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Combat Corner. So, main event of our little card that we made up. Like I said just
You make
before.
it sound so gay.
Our little card that we made up.
made up. Little thing.
Our little thing we're doing.
Little card we made up.
So, the main event will be Max Holloway. Justin
Holloway versus
Gaethje.
Justin Gaethje.
Max Holloway versus Justin Gaethje. And we want a BMF belt on the line.
Boom.
This has been talked about a little bit, and I really think it's a logical thing to do. I think Holloway should give it another go at 155.
It excites me, man.
It does. But I think if this fight was to happen, I think it's the first time we see Holloway knocked down, and I think it's the first time we see Holloway finished.
Yikes.
Do you think so?
I mean, it's coming.
It kind of has to happen.
I'm coming.
I'm coming.
Thank you, Yuri. But no,
Thank you. Yuri.
look, Holloway can there's one there. Oh my god, if he goes out on his sword and he still hasn't been knocked down or knocked out, that is incredible.
Yeah, epic.
But if he does decide to go to 155 and finish off his career there, then the likes of Justin Gaethje, then the likes of Michael Chandler, then the likes of
Conor McGregor.
like these are the guys that he'll be up against, and these guys all
They've got much more
they're gonna
power than
spark you
anyone
out,
he'll
man.
face.
Yeah.
Well, he's faced some heavy hitters at 145, for sure.
And we've seen him go the distance with
DP.
Yeah. And that was a slugfest.
That
man.
was.
That was a
And he had
banger of a
moments in that fight.
If you haven't seen that fight, you need to watch that fight.
Yeah.
That is
In
incredible.
fact, that whole card, that fight was the main event, and then the co-main was Izzy versus Gastelum.
Yeah.
That was an amazing fight too.
Another just scrap of the ages. But getting back
Absolutely.
to it, yeah, there's no way Holloway finishes his career at lightweight, still fighting top level guys, and doesn't get knocked down
at
or
least.
out.
Yeah. And Gaethje's the guy, you know.
Gaethje's the guy to do it.
Gaethje's a criminal, man. No, he's not actually, but Gaethje is a dog in there, man. Like what he did to Poirier last time out.
Oh my goodness. I was
Excuse
in shock.
me.
I was in shock.
And the only way I
And then
see
I got into
Holloway
a whole lot
winning,
of arguments on Twitter about who won
yeah.
the first round. But either way, Gaethje won the fight.
he
That's
did.
that's the more impressive
he
thing.
definitely won that fight by knockout,
Yeah, by head kick.
head kick knockout.
Oh, head kicking
What a kick,
Dustin
man.
KO, Dustin
Dustin
Poirier.
KO.
Dustin KO. KOing Dustin Poirier with a head kick is just so impressive on so many levels. It was just unbelievable.
And he's not known for his kicks. He's known for his
he's known for
punching.
he's known for his kicks.
Gaethje. Oh, leg kicks, yeah. But not up top.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's what made it so perfect.
And he said he did that on the fly. That wasn't something they really discussed.
No.
He'd thrown a couple head kicks in training and he'd had success.
Perfect.
It's like, you know what?
You're known for throwing leg kicks, and you're in there against one of, the best dirty boxers that you can be in there against. Like, I would say Dustin Poirier is probably one of the best dirty boxer styles in the UFC.
He's got a hell of a chin as well.
He's got a hell of a chin. And it was perfect, man. The guy that goes in there and chops everyone's legs up, and he just switches it up just cause, it just connected so perfectly. It was incredible. But Holloway versus Gaethje, which is what we
belt
want to be more talking about.
on the line.
Yeah. I mean,
that's a great card.
Holloway has proven that he is a bad motherfucker. And that is the guys that you need to put in there. Like, you can't just put anyone in to fight for this belt. It's not fair. It shouldn't work like that, and I hope it never does. But Max Holloway
he fights anyone.
He fights
anywhere,
anyone.
anytime.
He has taken the most significant strikes in UFC history. Has he dealt out the most significant strikes in UFC history?
It's got to be close. He's been in there for a long time. It could. Yeah, I think it. I know in that fight against
Kelvin
Kattar, he that was the most strikes landed, I think, in a 5-round fight ever.
The best boxer in the
That's
UFC.
so sick. Whenever that clip comes up, I'm like, Jesus Christ, this guy's cool.
Oh,
He's so cool. Chevy Malibu, cool car.
Max Holloway.
Max Holloway, cool fighter. So yeah, Max Holloway versus Justin Gaethje for the BMF belt would be our headliner. Please let us know what you think about this card, by the way, and any changes you might want to make.
So
We're not going to get any comments.
We've got two 5-round fights.
Yeah, we do.
Co-main and the main, both 5 rounds. Neither of them have real belts on the line. there are so many consequences on this card for up and coming fighters, for title contenders, for future title contenders.
There is.
It answers so many questions.
It does, and this would really set up the new 300 card era. You know, we'll take 300, take it or leave it. Probably have Conor McGregor as the fucking thing, and then move into the new era and slap on this banger.
The landscape has changed so much recently.
Yeah, it has.
There is only one or two title holders that have been title holders for more than 18 months at the moment.
Yeah.
Everything else has changed. Heavyweight division, light heavyweight division, middleweight division, welterweight division, like it's all changed.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's still a lot more, like we've said, a lot more ironing out to do.
Mm.
So yeah, 300, 301. The next year is going to be very exciting to see a lot of questions answered. There's a lot of log jams.
There is.
So there is a lot. I think there is a couple of these fights that we might actually see taking place.
I think so too. There has been talk about a few of them, and yeah, I think they all seem pretty logical. Especially like Dylan.
We're logical guys, man.
Yeah, we are. We're very logical.
We're logical guys. As I cross my leg and kind of get into a bit more of a counselor stance, but we're logical guys.
We're logical men.
We're cool-headed fellas.
We're big men. Big man thing. We're like MMA guru. I'm a big man.
I'm a big guy.
Got a sore shoulder.
I'm a fat wanker with a beard.
I'm a fat man, and I'm gonna knock you down. Again and again.
Again and again. All right.
I'm a machine.
We waffled on enough.
John Fury. I'm a machine. I would fight any man born from his mother. My son is the best.
Any man born from his mother.
That's what they say. I am the best. I'll fight any man. Mike Tyson. I'll fight Mike Tyson.
They just say too many things. Because if you just say, I'll fight any man, that also covers any man born from his mother. Because any man was born
from his
mother.
I'll fight any man born from his mother.
Yeah.
And I'm a machine.
Like, he could also put onto that, I could fight any man born from his mother who came from his daddy's balls. And then you could just add and add and add. You could go generationally with that. You could go into the grandfather area. You could go great grandfather. You could even go down the mother path. You know, there's so many family tree routes
any
you
man
could go down.
Born from
John
a
Fury,
mother who was born from a mother.
Just lyrical genius with his
smart man.
Smart
Tommy
man.
Fury.
I think we should rate
Dickhead.
this beer.
Not a dickhead. I'm sorry, Tommy. Yeah, let's do it. Right, we have a little bit of a dispute here. We've already had a brief chat in the break that we took. Here we go, eh?
Like I said earlier, it's the first one we've cracked in. We've both cracked into the second one now. Saying that it's one of the first beers that we've bought a 6-pack of. So
that's true. We usually just buy one.
Yeah, we kind of we cheap it out most of the time, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not a big money organization over here, okay? We're not high rollers. We're not yet. That's a good point. But yeah, we have had a bit of a discussion.
So I'll give it to them, Frank. Jackson wants to put it at number 2. I want to put it at number 4. I didn't like this
and
as
I'm
much as
right.
Orion. He thinks he's right. I'm not an IPA kind of guy, right? I like IPAs actually. It's the
I'm just looking at the other beers we've got up there at the moment. Yeah,
it's my favorite.
IPA.
Well, whatever's different between those two and this, I don't get craft beers, man. They confuse me. I really don't get it because like those two are great.
Kobe, deep breath.
All right.
Getting very worked up. Look, just take a second. Look, what I want to say.
I'm coming. What's the go?
Well, like you say, I want to put it in its second. I think, given different circumstances, I may have enjoyed the Dank Matter last week a little bit more had I not been off the end of, quite frankly, a brutal night on the piss. You want to put it in at 4th under Orion. So what I'm going to say is we chuck it in there at 3rd.
Is that what you're going to say? Is it?
That's what I'm going to say.
Let's do it, eh?
So we've still got the Emerson's Hazed and Confused running at number 1. And we've got, what was it? Eddie Line? Eddie Line? Yep, the Dank Matter.
Oh, yeah, the Eddie Line Dank Matter.
Yep, Eddie Line Dank Matter coming in at number 2. And now, bumping its way in there, Max Hazy Showboat New England IPA sitting at number 3 on our beer review chart. And we've now got, what's that?
That's our fifth.
Our fifth beer reviewed, done and dusted. Going along quite nicely.
It is. Did you want to slap it up there?
I'll slap it up.
We're going to put a star in our reasonably priced Prius car. There it is.
Do you want to try and say that again?
I'm just
for
gonna
the people that aren't.
My hangover's kind of coming back a little bit. So that's now sitting at number 3.
So thank you, Jamie, once again.
Shot James.
A good beer
Good
to
choice.
review.
I mean, yeah, we're getting to the point now where it's going to be impressive if you break the top 3. Like now, we've got a bit of a list here that's going on, you know. So that's going to be very difficult to
What I think it will be more impressive
get past.
is if it's going to be a hazy IPA that breaks the top 3, because so far
They're all
all
IPA.
3 of them in the top 3 are hazy IPAs.
We can always get something that's not beer as well.
We could, but we've got so many beers that we can review, man, and it's what we've been doing so far. It only makes sense just to keep going
For a while.
forever.
Until we run out of beer. We're going to drink every single beer at some point.
Yeah.
Imagine like episode like 3000 and we're like, I literally can't find a beer that we haven't drunk. Because it's only 3,000 beers.
Little do they know, we've already recorded episode 3000. It's just banged.
It is.
It's just banked.
It's in the wank bag.
We've actually got at least 6,000 episodes sitting in our hard drive, just ready to upload. We predict what fights are going to happen. They normally happen. We just put the videos up.
We do. We know what we really. I see into the future. I've actually got a superpower. It's, oh shit! Almost kicked our light over there.
The show That's So Raven was actually based on Kobe.
Yeah, it was. I'm a black lady.
I think we've had enough this week, guys.
All right. Should we finish it off?
Yeah.
Should we go? I'm gonna go to the warehouse and get some gardening stuff
Nice, man.
and a hot plate
Nice.
and
That's lovely.
an umbrella for my table.
The time it is coming in at about 12:25. I have my work due this afternoon.
Oh, nice.
Shout
Nice.
out to the little ink factory that I work at.
Little twink factory,
Little
more like.
twink factory. The little twinks that work there.
Mm. Namely Liam J.
Yeah. MJ.
There's a
Yeah.
guy we know. He's called Liam J. He's a twink.
He's
Basically.
a twink. You'll see this because I'll go home and I'll make sure he sees this.
Good.
And Liam, you are a twink. I know I normally call our other flatmate a twink. Don't say his name because he'll get upset if I say that on the internet.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I
But
actually
I
don't know
know
who
I
you're
call the other flatmate a twink. But Liam, it's really you.
It is. And Liam, if you're watching this right now, give him a slap in his face because he deserves it.
We'll just use this to bully people. At the end, when no one's watching, every week, we'll just use this to bully people.
Yeah.
And then clip it up and then send it to them.
Yeah.
And be like, this is
That's
on YouTube
how we get people
now.
to watch it.
This is on YouTube.
Any shout outs
You have to
this
deal
week?
with this.
Someone's a cunt. Shout out to,
Whoa,
again.
we can't have that language.
Oh, I'm
we
sorry.
can't have that language.
I'm sorry.
Right. Well, I think that's the first
See you next Tuesday.
C word we've had on the pod, man. And
Could have been, actually. We're going to have to mark this one as explicit. It got pretty bad this time. That's not bad. We're trying to settle
Hey.
into what we want to be, you know? So
we know our audience.
Yeah.
We know you're all just filthy little bastards sitting at home
honestly,
wanting to watch a filthy little MMA podcast with your filthy little friends. And you should come back on Filthy Little Monday when we put up another Tuesday.
Monday in America, it'll be out.
Oh, I see what you're doing then. Yeah. See you next Tuesday, guys.
See you next Tuesday.
We'll be able to unpack all the fights that didn't happen this weekend. We'll have a whole lot of other stuff to talk about that will probably not be true and probably be fabricated MMA events. But we'll figure something out.
Kim Kardashian's gay.
See you guys.
See you later. Oh my God.